And we are live, back for another episode of Player Life here in Tokyo, Wednesday, the 25th of November. We already got Winston in the house. What is good? At it again, every day, every weekday, always at it. Um, yes. Another day, another day in the life. What is good? Yeah. Today I just want to talk about how to retain hot women. It's obviously if you're getting hot women, then that is that's a sign that you have game. But getting hot women and retaining hot women are two different things. Um, it takes more than game to retain a hot chick. Uh, so if you have game, you like even if you're a bum on the street, if you have fire game, you're gonna be able to get some hot women. Um, you might get less than normal, but than if you had your life put together. But like I say, that's the power of game. You can get hot women, but you're not going to be able to retain them if you are a bum on the street. We got Jason B in the house. What is good? Good morning to you, my good friend. Um, yeah, so that's the thing. That's why like MLD, he always says money, muscles, game. You know, um, and that's not just regarding your getting women. That's like it's for your life. Money muscles game is for your overall happiness and well-being. um you know what I mean? It's not only about getting women. There's more to it. But uh when it comes to getting really hot women and retaining them, you need more than just game. Uh, you might be able to bang them, you might be able to smash, but if you're not bringing the goods, you're gonna be your retention rate is gonna be low. Uh, it's just the way it is. It's a survival of the fittest. We're living in a it's survival of the fittest. It's dog eat dog world. It's just the way it is. Um, even if you're getting these like super hot chicks around and you're really laying down some good pipe, you're dicking them down like. And that's sometimes that's just not enough. You need to do more. You need to give them a good experience. It's not only about just laying down some good pipe and like kicking them out of your house after, and then expecting them to like come back to you just because you gave them you may gave them an orgasm or whatever. um they might remember it, but they'll be less likely to stick around if you didn't give them the kind of whole package, the good experience, a good experience. um Our RPA in the house. How is it going? I'm good. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm holding in there, but I'm surprised. I'm still this like this tooth thing is still bugging the shit out of me. But other than that, I'm all good. And I got these like weak ass. I don't know what. I got these weak ass painkillers. They don't really do the job. I need to get better stuff. I feel like hitting the crack pipe right now. Just take me out of this like just give me another perspective. Just zone out. Give me a crack pipe. That's what I want now. But yeah, I'm all good. I'm good. Um, yeah, I'm just talking about how you gotta how you what it requires to retain some, let's call it high value women. But we're talking about the hot chicks. Some like really hot chicks that are, they might, they might be, they might have a good personality too. They might not, but if they don't have a good personality, you're not really gonna care if they stick around. But some hot girls do have a good personality. They're few, and I think the hotter they are, the less likely they are to have, really a really good personality. That's just the way it is, because they never really needed really hot women. Um, Never really needed to develop an interesting personality, because they got so much free attention all throughout their lives. So yeah, they usually, a lot of them have really entitled, shitty personalities. That's a fact. I mean, I think most people recognize that. Um, then sometimes really hot girls can actually be. I don't know. It depends. I don't know, because sometimes a girl can be so hot that she gets approached less than, say like a 6 or 7. Uh, a 6 or 7 is way more approachable than a 10 for most guys. Most guys don't have the confidence to like even hit on a 10, because they just think it's so far out of their league. So sometimes even 6s or 7s can have really entitled bad personalities, because they get maybe even more attention than the 10s, because the 10s are just like, they might, they might get a ton of free attention online, but in real life, you know a lot less guys maybe hit on them, because like I said, they don't see that they have a chance. And a lot of guys suffer from lack of self-confidence. So um it's actually these 6s or 7s that get way more attention in real life, in the bars and the clubs, because they're more approachable. It's weird to say, but I always thought it's the 6s or 7s that have a killer, like they have something really attractive about them. Say a girl is like a 6, her face is a 6, but she has like an unbelievable body. Those are the girls with the most entitled, like really bitchy attitudes. Uh, just from my experience, when I'm doing day game, if I see a girl with an incredible body, but like really really average, kind of facial features, these kind of girls can be the most dismissive in a way, because uh, they get approached the most, because guys feel they don't feel so intimidated, because a lot of guys maybe will give them attention in real life, or try and approach them, because they're not extremely attractive, but they're attractive enough, but they have some, maybe an amazing booty or something, like something. And yeah, they get just inundated with free attention. Um, uh, Dude, you are on point. I just sent you a DM. Check out Salt. This chick has. Yeah, send me. Um, you know your words, good. What is good? Um, but the thing is, you know, it is what it is. Like every girl is gonna have some kind of, you know, sense of entitlement, or they're even even girls that are even a three, even a three can go on a dating app, and she can get free attention. That's how messed up the marketplace is. It's just true. I mean, you can't deny it. It's like, yeah, and it's down to male nature too, the desperation of males, and let's be honest, the perverted nature of males too. Um, like, you know what I mean? Like, guys are just like kind of, we're the more degenerate sex. Let's be honest. I mean, if a three can go on a dating app and get like free attention, it just says a lot about men. But a male three can can go on a dating app, and he's like, he's gonna get zero. He's gonna be a zero, like nothing. But a female three can go on and get, probably a lot of attention. Um, let's see, MLD in the house. What up? What is good? What is good? Um, it's just, you just got to accept these realities. The difference between men and women. You don't get like boiled up about it. Just learn from it. You know, there's no point in like getting all like furious, like, oh, like a fucking a three can go on a dating app, and oh, she can get free attention and I can't get any. You know what I mean? You just make yourself better. Um, you just keep building yourself up. Uh, Great Fox says, Mac, what's your biggest mistake when day gaming initially? My biggest, the biggest mistake I made when day gaming initially was how I used to approach. I had more of maybe a beta mindset when I was starting to do day game, and just my body language wasn't as masculine and as confident as it is now when I approach, and it makes a huge difference. I maybe I when I would open, when I say, imagine a girl was walking on the street, maybe my shoulders would be slumped down, and I'd lean down. These kind of, I'd lean down, I'd say excuse me, or like, these kind of, yeah. So body language, confidence, these were the biggest mistakes, and this is huge. I mean, if you approach a girl with like meek body language and meek openers, and with your little small voice, that's unattractive. Girls call it, they call it creepy. It's not really creepy, but it's just a word girls use to describe guys that are, not, that they say that, how dare they approach me, how dare this guy approach me. They'll call a guy that approaches them that they deem to be way below them, they'll call him a creep, even though in reality he didn't do anything that was creepy. It's just that she sees him as below her. So this is kind of a shaming tactic that chicks will use. But yeah, most of the time it's not actually creepy. Although there are some guys that are definitely creepy. I mean, there's some guys are definitely creepy. But it is what it is. But most of the time, I would say, chicks use the word creep as kind of a shaming tactic, just to because they feel like you're below them or whatever. But I've never had a girl call me a creep. Well, I have actually. Yeah, I have. I have. I've had, like, I think, once or twice, but whatever. Fuck them. It is what it is. But body language. That's the biggest mistake. You got to work on your body language. You got to go up with confidence. That's what I always say. It's not about what you say. It's what how you present yourself, how you do it. MLD wants to go out tonight. MLD wants to go out on a Wednesday night. Wants to tear up Tokyo City. I don't know, man. I gotta, yeah. I don't know about tonight, but maybe. I'd like to go out tonight, but going out anytime I go out with MLD, it's a good time. It's definitely a night. Always something always happens. It's never a dull moment. Anytime we hit the streets in Tokyo, oh man, that's like we're out all night, like till till it's bright, till till the morning. Gets pretty wild. Um, yeah, I got work tomorrow. I got work tomorrow. Not a great night to go out. Call in sick. Call in sick. Yeah, party out in Tokyo. I'd actually, yeah, I will see. I don't know. I still got this. Yeah, we'll see. Hmm. Um, but if you want to be retaining these, if you want to be retaining these super hot chicks, you gotta increase your value as a dude. Um, like the place I live in right now in Tokyo, this is just like the basic apartment. Um, like compared to the place where MLD lives, this is like worlds apart. Um, so MLD has a place that is prime for retention. Like, so you lay if you're out with a really hot chick like a 10, and you lay down some really good game and you get her excited and you tick all the boxes and you get her interested, and I take her back to here, somewhere here. It's like a small, normal kind of apartment. Costs about $900 per month. But in Tokyo, that's not, you can get a lot more expensive than that. But, these girls that are like super hot, super sexy, they're going to be used to going back to places that are like, high rise, like apartments and whatnot. So, when I take back a really hot chick here, it's like, you know, um, I can lay down some really, really good pipe and like show her a good time. But it's only gonna do so much. You need to really like, in reality, to retain these girls, you need to like show them that, or at least pretend like, like give the illusion that there's some, you have like, some like resources, or some like really like a future that's going somewhere. um and that's how you retain. Like, I mean, to be quite honest, I'm not really interested in retention like these days, because I just don't really care. I have that abundance mindset, just like abundance mindset. So I'm really interested in new chicks, having new pussy. That's all. That's my drug of choice these days, and has been for a long time, is newness. But I'll be straight up honest. Because I'm full transparent. I just want to be fully transparent. Like, I've definitely, some girls have definitely slid off my roster because I'm not. I live in a normal apartment. I don't have the bonus points. If you want to be retaining the really really hot chicks, like the ones, the ones that are like, that can basically take advantage of their hotness to get like high value men, then you have to become a high value guy. You can't, laying down good pipe, having good game will get you laid. When I take them back here, I'll always get laid. I'll get laid, but and then they might stay on retention for a couple of times. It might only be one time. It might be three or four times, but ultimately, if you want to keep a girl like hooked on you, like hooked on you. You need to show them more than just good pipe. Um, because these girls have access to um, a lot of good pipe. Some guys, try to swallow some, comforting blue pills. Like they think, they think because they're not matching with the tens on Tinder, on dating apps. They think that you know they think these girls are just using these dating apps just to boost their Instagram or boost their social media, and that's the biggest blue pill going. Like that guy, that's a coping mechanism. A lot of guys try and cope with, they'll sell themselves some lies, but I'm not interested in lies. I'm just interested in the truth. And some guys come to me and tell me, oh, these tens aren't even on dating apps anyway. And like I'm like, no, these tens are on dating apps and they are getting dick down. It's just not by you. Um, that could be for multiple reasons. Dating apps, That's why you got to join. MLD takes care of all that in his course, like Salt. Um, his course is all about getting your profiles up to scratch, up to the best they can be, maximizing them, and getting just salting these chicks that are looking to be traded. He tells you everything you need to know, but the thing is, a lot of guys swallow these blue pills to try and cope with the fact that they're not really getting any of the high quality pussy, as kind of a coping mechanism. They say like, oh, these tens aren't even on dating apps. They're all just using dating apps to boost their Instagram. Sure, they are doing that. They are trying to use their dating apps to boost their their Instagram or whatever, but they're also getting dick down. Trust me, they're also getting dick down. It's just not by you. But you can do things to if you maximize your profiles and learn the tricks of the trade, you can be doing that too. You know what I mean? The thing is with me, it's matching with eights, nines, and tens is harder online as opposed to day game. Day game, you see, you can choose them. You can like the rate of success is higher if you compare like 100 approaches in day game. Say 100 approaches to tens in day game. I approach 100 tens. Say I'm gonna have a way higher success rate in converting them to sex, way higher than I would do online. If I swipe 100 online, 100 tens, like the conversion rate's going to be way less. That's just a fact. Maybe I won't match with any of the tens on dating apps, but in day game I will. But I always say it's still worth, like 100% worth, like maximizing your dating apps, because on Saturday I had two, I'd say 8 and 9 back to back. First was 21 years old, off Bumble, straight back, had a coffee, straight back to my house. Boom, boom, like back to back. I literally dropped her off at the station and met the other girl at the station. I was worried that I was like, oh, this other girl's gonna see me, because she was already at the station waiting for me when I'm dropping off the other girl at the station. It was funny. I was in incognito mode. I didn't, I was like, I was trying to like get rid of her. But this is why it's worth maximizing your dating apps. And it almost feels like sometimes it feels a bit like luck in a way when I match with super hotties on dating apps, because I don't know, it doesn't it doesn't happen all that often for me. But then, oh my, you get two like back to back in one day, and it's like, yeah, yeah, you gotta maximize your dating apps, but it just is what it is. um, but the thing is, like I said, the point of this show tonight is like there's no shortcuts. You can learn game, you can maximize your dating apps, you can learn how to salt chicks, you can learn salt game, you can join MLD's course, and this is going to get you laid with really hot girls. But it's another thing to retain. How do you retain? There's no shortcuts really. You just have to become a high value guy. You just have to increase your value. You have to get these like bonus points. Like stuff like having a dope place to live, having like a cool lifestyle, having a purpose in life. Um, these are the things that get you retention. Like you know, um, without these, you'll be able to smash. They'll stick around for a bit, especially if you're able to lay a good pipe and you're able to have a good time and not you can't just be like just bringing them over, like laying down pipe and like, yeah, you got to get out of here now. I mean, they're not going to stick around, even if you lay down real good pipe. Um, it's you gotta do a little bit more. You gotta give like a little bit more attention. Um, that's just the way it is. Uh, yeah, it's just so it's just basically you got to work on your purpose, on getting stacking your cash so that you're able to like show that you're a high value dude. Um, but that's the way it is, guys. I don't know, like if all I can say is if you're getting like if you're it's like hot dude problems, like, to be honest, because if you're like if you're smashing like super hot girls, like you're obviously in a good position already. So this is kind of higher level kind of game. um and it's not even, in one way, it's not even game. It's just um about increasing your value. So you have to just focus on your money, basically, on getting yourself in a position where you're able to just show these chicks that you're a high value dude. um yeah, I don't know, it's just you know it's just one of the harsh realities of the modern life dating. um if you're not a high value guy, you're not really going to be able to get able to retain the like the creme de la creme of hotties. uh they'll come and go, but it depends on where you're at in your life. I mean, if you're in your if you're in your 20s and you're just looking to lay down some pipe and you're looking to have like just like run through these chicks, then who cares? But if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you might want to be retaining more of these chicks. You know, it's not if you're like not retaining like the real hotties, like the really hot chicks, but you're able to retain like the average chicks. It's not like just, there's a reason for that. Like there's there's something. You gotta be honest with yourselves and think like, why is it I'm able to retain the average chicks but not the hot chicks? um yeah, but it is what it is. Know your worth says, go out with MLD tonight, Mac. He's a little feisty today. Yeah, if I go out with MLD tonight, there'll be I don't know. There'll be bottles popped. It'll be it'll just be yeah, it'll be a crazy night. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Like in Tokyo, we have the option to go out, whereas like most places in the world, like stuff's like just closed and like the beer bug is just ripping through like you know fun. I could go out tonight and have a wild night. There'd be bars and clubs open all over the place. Um, it's just lucky to be here, really. I'd be tempted, but we'll see. Christian Matico in the house. What is good? Yeah, we're just talking about how to retain hot women, and yeah, we're just saying that the only way is to become a high value dude. Uh, One of the only ways. I mean, you can if you're obviously if you're giving these chicks like if you're giving these chicks an emotional experience, um, if you're able to like really, obviously, obviously if you're able to dick them down and give them an orgasm, uh, that's going to be one thing. It's kind of necessary. You know, if you can give these chicks an orgasm, it's going to be obviously help a lot in retaining them. But in my opinion, it's almost not enough, like for the super hot ones, uh, because they can use a vibrator and just like having an orgasm. I guess a lot of guys probably don't even know how to give a chick a proper orgasm. But in personally, I mean, it gives me an ego boost. Like I'd feel like some guys are like, it's all about me. I don't care if she has an orgasm. But for me, when I when I give a chick a proper orgasm, one that you can't fake, because some girls, they say they came, but you didn't. There wasn't maybe any telltale signs. Like when a girl has a proper orgasm, you can't fake it. Because some girls are like pretend. Maybe I don't know. It's like they're pretending they came, but you don't really know if they came or not. But when a girl has a real orgasm, like a really like their pussy will contract and they'll um there's signs, telltale signs, and some of them will even squirt. That's they're females are complicated. Like I mean, I've heard all kinds of things where even if a girl, sometimes girls have different kinds of orgasms. There's like a vaginal orgasm, and there's a clitoris orgasm. And clitoris orgasm is the easiest one to do. I mean, just learn to like play with a girl's clit. Um, that's the easiest one to do. So, you know, if you're wanting to retain chicks and you're not giving them an orgasm, you can't really complain about you know them not coming around again. I mean, if you're just like um thinking about just busting your nut. Guys are simple creatures. I mean, we can just bust a nut, but it's I don't know. I just get an ego. It's an ego thing. I don't know if she's like, oh, I didn't come. It's kind of like shit. I didn't do it properly or whatever. So I always try, but the main thing is obviously do what you want to do. Like when it comes to laying down pipe, like you should forget about your inhibitions, and as long as she's like not objecting to whatever you're doing, then just do what you want to do. It's just like some guys just you're afraid to do this, they're embarrassed about doing this or that. But that's, that's, I don't know why you would be like that. Um, Yo, let's see. Christian Matico says, made a cold approach last night at the gym, actually. Got her Insta, but she told me she had a boyfriend. Do you think going out and talking to hot girls is better than online at times? You see, it depends on how good like your online is. I mean, the thing is, like, if your online game is shit, it sucks, then yes, definitely going out in real life is better. Um, because I don't know how long you've been listening, but uh, I said before, if for example, if I swipe on 100 uh, tens, like like super hot girls online, uh, as opposed to approaching 100 hot girls in real life, 110s in real life, my conversion rate to sex in real life will be way higher. It's just, I might get zero matches out of 100 online, but I might, who knows how many, you know, it's possible that I could get like 10 girls out of 100, 10, tens out of 100 if I approach in real life. So real life, when you know how to approach and they're good, solid approaches, and they're not like, they're not rushed. You're not like you're not doing it when you're looking like crap, and you're dressed well and you're off. I mean solid approaches. I not mean like you're doing an approach when you're tired and you're like looking like crap and you're not dressed well and you're looking frumpy. I'm talking about 100 solid approaches where you're dressed well, you're feeling energetic, and you're on point. The conversion rate will always be way higher in real life. That's just my opinion. Then again, if your online game is solid and you're a hot dude, you could be, I mean, the world's your oyster then. I mean, your conversion rate could be huge and you don't have to do anything. I mean, like my Bumble right now is, I don't know, it's on fire. It's weird. I don't know. I have the exact same profile on Tinder and Bumble. Same bio, same photos. Tinder's like a graveyard. It's like if anyone remembers a website called Bebo. It was like Bebo. It was like the thing before Facebook. It just Tinder feels like I swipe on it, but it's just there's zero conversions. But Bumble is like unbelievable conversion rate. It's just like I can't keep up. It's like too many matches, and just on Saturday I'm at, like back to back 18 and 21-year-old like super hot girls, like so you know uh like all get on the point, get on your online, maximize your online, update your photos, try and make it as good as possible because it's worth it. Like, I mean, I just had an incredible ego boost on Saturday. It was crazy. It was like back to back. I've talked about it, like not blowing my trumpet. It's just actually what happened. Like, finished with the 21-year-old, beautiful, stunning, tall, like sexy girl. Finished with her, brought her to the station. Immediately, like, the other girl was waiting for me at the station. I picked her up, brought her back to my house, like, no, like, directly to my house. Amazing, like, super hot, stylish. These two girls were super stylish too. Like, not only were they hot, they're like super like nice fashion, like super feminine. So it's seriously worth putting in the effort to get good pictures. Just don't just understand that you need it's you're selling yourself. So become a narcissist. Care about how you look, care about how your pictures look. To be honest, I don't even think I'm maximizing my online game. Even I'm not. I know I'm not, because I'm pretty much only using Bumble, um, because Tinder's a graveyard. Tinder does. I don't know Tinder. I heard some data about Tinder. Tinder's apparently like, I don't know. It just barely. It feels like a graveyard. It feels like this isn't real. It feels like it's full of. I don't even know if these chicks are real. I'm sure it is real, but I don't know the algorithm or whatever. But Bumble is like the complete opposite. That's how I know these companies are full of crap. like they're such like weasels. Like it's not a fair playing field because like Bumble on fire, like endless matches, can't keep up with them. Super hot girls, and Tinder graveyard, like weird, like just weird vibes. It's just like matching with average girls now and again. No replies from you. You say you open with them, nothing. It's just I don't know. You need to. I probably need to refresh. I probably need to delete my account. And there's things you need to do. You need to join Salt. You need to understand. MLD teaches this. Um, but dude, Christian, day games like day game is like it's always there. It'll never day game will never go away. Like day game is like the go to. Like if online stops for me, I'm just gonna go doing day game for a week, and then I'll have like 10. I'll have 10. I'll have 10 new. I'll have a new list of contacts, and I'll be I'll be back. I'll be back in it. MLD says Salt is closed, but there's some serious value in that course. And I'll be in that course. I'll be in some of the webinars, but you know, we're becoming more and more digitalized. It's never going away. So you got to learn how to play. You got to learn how to attract these chicks online as well as understand day game, because day game will help you even because you have to meet these chicks from you have to meet them for dates. So the better you get at day game, the better the more you just understand how to deal with chicks. So that's obviously going to help that's going to help just you how you are on dates as well. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, definitely do day game. Yeah, I gotta get on. I don't even need to be on. I don't even need to be on any other dating apps right now, just because Bumble is coming through so much. I just every time I swipe, like I have there's like my Bumble just has like 13 new messages. Um, just like ridiculous. I haven't even replied to a lot of but it's we'll see how long that lasts. I mean, they tend to like goes up and down. Um, but yeah, no, let's see. Know your words. You have to entertain their brain. I find that turning up the volume, then down a touch, and ramping it up again, so forth, all the while teasing gets them to not be sure you like them works well. Yeah, I mean, teasing always works. Um, hot and cold, push and pull. There's all kinds of ways. Um, to gain these chicks attention, and to keep them guessing. Really, you want to keep these chicks guessing. I mean, if you can create some mystery around yourself, don't tell them too much, but also creating a fun time for them, that is very valuable. Like, you don't want to be like the strong silent type. You don't want to say too much. You don't want to give away too much about yourself, but you also don't want to be the just like, you're not just there. You need to give them more than the dick if you want to keep them around. I mean, if you're not able to make them laugh, if you're not able to like show them that you're like a fun dude, you're gonna need to have some other things going on. I mean, the only other way you could get away with that is if you're like Christian Grey or something. If you're rich and you have like a really dope like lifestyle, and you could get away with just dicking them down really well and having them round. But if you're not like if you're not a millionaire and you're gonna need to make them laugh as well as make them come. You know what I mean? Chicks aren't funny. I mean, we're there to I mean, if you can make a chick laugh, if you can show her a good time, she's she'll stick around. She'll probably fall in love with you. If you can like make a girl come and make her laugh, um, she'll yeah, she'll probably stalk you. She'll stalk you at least. She'll be stalking your social media, uh, for sure. Like even if a girl likes you a little bit, um, she'll be stalking your social media. It's funny, a girl. It's funny when these chicks like, they always ask me because my name's on my dating apps. My name is Mac, so they always ask me, "Is that your real name?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my real name." And they're like, "What's your full name? What's your full name?" It's like they're obviously trying to like stalk me online. I had a girl just the other day ask me like, I'll see if I can find that. Um, but yeah, she's like, "What's your full name?" Whenever a girl asks you for your full name online, she's trying to find out exactly who you are. Um, I can't remember what it is. Um, yeah, but I'm just saying. Uh, yeah, so she said, "Haha, okay." What did she say? Oh, cool. So, it starts off. Well, so what else can you cook? I say you'll have to wait and see. Wink, wink. And then she says, "Haha, okay, better be good." And I say, "You too." Wink, LOL. And then she just laughs. And then she says, "Is Mac your real name?" I say, "Part of it." So what's your full name? Haha, do you want to research me online? No, no, I meant like your first name. Yeah, so but she was obviously hoping I sent her my full name so that she can like Google me, like who is it? They're gonna try and get as much information. Like these girls are like little HR departments, trying to like trying to figure you out, trying to like get as much detail on you as possible. It's like going for a job interview. Yeah, if you apply for a job, the HR will be like, they'll Google your name and see what comes up, see if you're into any crazy stuff. So just be aware of that. Uh, Newman Cauldron says, "How old are you?" I'm 32. I'm 32. I'm into my 30s. Um, yeah, I'm still smashing, still smashing. Chicks stay the same age. I get older, still chicks stay the same age. I'll be doing this for a long time. I don't know. I don't know. As long as you maintain your health and you keep trying to progress yourself, you get more and more options. Like guys, they're SMV. If you're staying as healthy as possible, you will be a hot dude right up into your late 40s, even 50s. Because you can change. You can change your style. If you're like, you can just be that stylish, older, more mature dude when you're in your late 40s. You can be that smooth dude. It's not the same. You're not going to be able to play the same kind of game when you're older, but you can still play. You have to change you're gonna you have to evolve your game depending on your age and whatnot. You know, I always say it's not the same. Some guy we're not all equal. We're not all on the same playing field. We're different heights, we're different sizes, we're different weights. We have different like economic situations. That's just a reality. So you have to adjust your game to your particular life, to your how your SMV. Um, let's see. In day game, indirect or direct? What do you use? I use indirect on a day game session on Sunday and got a number. Of course, I showed intent, but I opened indirectly, and it worked. I mean, it depends on how you want to play it. I'm usually pretty direct. I always tell guys I use the CIQ technique. Compliment, introduction, question. Um, I'm not sure. Like it depends. How indirect do you want to be? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It depends. It depends on how how confidently you approached. I mean, they're either going to be into it or not. Depending on your body language, on your confidence level. Uh, you know, I'm usually pretty direct. I usually tell them, I like your style. I wanna, let's have a drink sometime. It's pretty obvious to what my intent is. I'm not like, oh, do you want to, I'm looking for a friend. I'm not like that. I've never played game like that. I've never pretended that I've had any ulterior motives. Um, yeah, that's just my style. That's the style I teach. It's just like boom, boom. But like I said, we're not all on the level playing field. For so some guys, they might have a very low SMV, so they might have to play more indirect approach. That's just that. Some guys might not like to hear that, but that's just if you don't have a high SMV, if you're not, you might have to do things more indirectly. That's just the way it is. Um, and until you increase your SMV, there's no, I'm not criticizing that approach, but there's so many ways. There's so many ways to get laid. I mean, you know, uh, it's all good. Yeah, man. I mean, these chicks are seriously little HR departments, like trying to figure you out. Um, I've had a good few chicks really go do deep dives on me and like like uh come up with stuff that I didn't even know that I've had chicks find my website, I'm Active Day Gamer, from and I have no idea how they would have found that. But that just goes to show, little, the internet. If you dive deep enough, you can find people. I'm pretty good at finding people too. So I mean, you can do some deep dives on the internet, and you'll find someone, even just with a first name. It's crazy how you can find people these days. We're all connected, but you know, just be aware. Just be aware that these chicks will be on your tail. Um, I saw a meme of I think it was who was it? Tom Cruise and some other chick. I don't know, but it just shows the difference between how men and women age. Um, Really crazy. Something like here it is. I don't know who the female actor is, but yeah, 1986. Tom Cruise. Look at the chick. I mean, obviously, obviously, some guys, don't take care of themselves and look like absolute garbage by the time they're in their 50s, 40s, 50s, even 30s. But you know, and but I think in general, if a guy does make the effort um, to take care of himself, he can still have a very high SMV when he's in his 40s, 50s. Whereas a woman, she can be MILF material, but she's not fertile. You know what I mean? We can, as men, we can father like offspring right up into our some men probably until they're dead. I don't know. Like some men, but right into old age, we can father offspring, and feminists hate that. They really despise that fact of life. Um, but it's just something to keep in mind that we we have to take care of ourselves, because if we can have just such a long, prosperous sex life if we take care of ourselves. Um, a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys just let themselves slide into like unhealthy. They just give up and just become fat, and lazy, and just completely fall off the cliff. But it's just such a shame, because you have such a longevity. Men age like wine, women age like milk. You know, uh, female have a short uh, shelf life when it comes to being, highly valuable um, to men, because I always bring this up, but like I said, huge difference between dating material and sex material. Women will freak out if they're being referred to as material, but you get my point. You can be sexually attracted to a 45-year-old MILF, super sexually attracted, but at the end of the day, when you're done smashing, you're like, kind of got other things to do. Like, I'd like to, I've got other things to do. Yeah, I have to, you kick her out or whatever. But if she's like 21 and super hot and cute and, positive and full of, just kind of a good vibe, you'll want her to stick around, or you'll at least tolerate her sticking around. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Um, Younger women are valuable because of how fertile they are. And in the hindbrain, when you're done smashing a MILF, you're kind of like, you kind of know that it's not going to come to anything. Well, your hindbrain is telling you that this is not, it's just like, it's just sexual. You did what you needed to do, and there's not going to be anything to come of it. She's infertile. But your hindbrain, when you're done with the 21-year-old, is like, yeah, she's a fertile young woman. I can she can stick around or whatever. I'll let her stay over, kind of thing. Um, I'm not gonna let like older, milfs. I'm not gonna want them to stay around. Like I'm not gonna want them to spend the night. But a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, she can stay. Like, I'll smash all night and we'll have a good, you know. Um, yeah, so yeah. Christian Matico says they hate us because they ain't us. Yeah, they're a lot of a lot of these chicks, it's just so obvious that they would just rather be men. And honestly, I don't blame them. In a way, because I every time, if you really think about it, would you really want to be a woman? No. Yeah, sure, they get things easier, they get things handed to them, they get free passes, there's double standards, they get away with things. Society tells them they're allowed to, they can be physically abusive to men and still not, they shouldn't suffer any consequences because of it. There's a whole list of things that they have privileges on, but every single time I would choose, like, 100% with 100% honesty, you would never choose to be a woman, would you? Like, so, it's not, you know, I have no desire to, yeah. I mean, it is just not, it is let's be honest here. It's not the greatest deal. It's like bleeding, having to bleed out your, whatnot, out your private part once a month. It's not the most joyous of things to have to do. or even giving birth. Man. Oh man, can you imagine having to do that? Yeah, I'm sure you know. But yeah, then again, that's what they're made to do. I mean, that's part of what you know. If women don't give birth, they're missing out on part of being female. And that's why society is becoming so deranged because so many women are missing out on that part of life, and they kind of double down on their ideologies, and like oh, I never wanted to have children anyway, and they double down. It's clearly lies. It's clearly a coping mechanism. But I don't know, enjoy the decline. It is what it is. um everyone in this chat is going to be rocking out until old age. We're going to be, because we know what's up. We know what it takes to attract super hot females, and there's no shortcuts. You just got to put in the work. And you can learn learn game, but game will get you laid. But if you want to retain these chicks, you got to become a high value guy, and that's just you just got to put in the work to do that. um but yeah, guys, uh I think that I'm going to call it there. But as usual, like, comment, subscribe, and check out the link in the description. And yeah, I will be back here tomorrow night with another episode of Player Life. So join there, and have a good day wherever you're at. Peace out. Have a good one.